So now let's talk about the user interface of Fusion 360. So at the time of recording this video, this is how the Fusion 360 interface used to look like. And by the time you'll watch this video, the user interface may undergo some changes and it may look slightly different. But despite the changes, the tools will be similar and you will be able to follow along pretty easily. With new changes, I also keep updating the course so that you are well informed of the new changes and you don't find any issues with these course videos. So now on the top left of Fusion 360 is the quick access toolbar here. On the far left, we have data panel, which contains all the data files in our cloud account. And then right next to it, we have the file menu and save as, undo and redo options. Right after this, we have the file tabs, and here right now we are in untitled version 2 file, and you can open as many files as you want just by clicking this new design. And as you keep on opening new files, it will just keep shrinking to accommodate all those file tabs. In this case, I'll just delete all these extra file tabs. Now currently we are in the design workspace, and if you want to switch your workspace to something like animation, simulation, manufacture or something else, you can change it from here. So I'll change it to simulation, and now the tool sets here on the panel will change, and also you'll have different kind of settings related to the workspace. Now I'll move back to the design workspace, and right inside the design workspace we have different tabs like solid tab, the surface tab, sheet metal and tools. I'll go to solid tab. Now whenever you want information related to any command and want to look up in the Fusion 360 help menu, then you can just go to this question mark which is on the top right side and look for that command. For example, if you want to find out about extrude command, then simply type its name, press enter, and this is going to open the Fusion 360 help file right inside the default browser with all the details that you need. So here we have extrude the sketch, extrude dialog box, and all about extrude. So I'll just select the first option, and everything about extrude tool is right here. Now this is the drawing area where the real magic happens, and this is where you actually make your stuff in Fusion 360. On the left side, we have the browser which contains information related to our drawing. For example, in this case, we have a single body drawing and you can see list of bodies inside this folder. If I expand it, you can see we only have body 1. Then you can see list of sketches right here. You can see the reference planes like origin, different axes and different planes. You can also see the named views if you've created. You're gonna see these here, and we have document settings like unit and other settings that are available here. If you keep on adding new objects and new object types, they will be listed here in the browser. For example, if you add mates in an assembly, they'll be added here as joints folder, and also other properties like the material and the display related properties will start showing up here once you add it on your object. On the top right side corner, we have the view cube, which will help us navigate in the drawing. We'll talk about this in a moment. And then here on the bottom left corner, we have the timeline. On this timeline, our design history is saved, and this actually saves the history of any design. So if you want to switch back to the starting phase of this design, then you can grab this bar and move it to the very first object on this timeline. Now we have nothing here in the drawing area, and if you want to see how this design was made, just keep moving to the right one step at a time. So here is the first step, then we have the second step, the sketch, then third step, then fourth step, and finally this is how the drawing is made. You can also click this play button if you want to see everything one by one, and you can also go to the end of this play and you can move to the beginning of this timeline just by clicking those options. But we right now have a very small timeline, so that won't matter. Now we have all the tools required for making drawings on the toolbar, and right now we have the create toolbar here, modify, assemble, construct, and so on. You can expand the toolbars just by clicking here, and you will be able to see all the tools that you can access from this expanded toolbar. Most of the tools have their shortkeys as well, and here, for example, the extrude tool has its shortcut E. So these are the frequently used tools, and they have their own shortcut keys, and you can just type this shortkey to start the command. For example, you can just type E on your keyboard to start the extrude command. For hole, you can type H, and so on. The toolbar here contains a limited set of tools, but you can add or remove tools on this toolbar pretty easily. For example, if you want to remove this create form tool from the toolbar, you can just grab it and move it out just like this. Now, to add any tool on this toolbar, simply expand it and just go to that tool. Here I have the create form tool, and click this three dot icon and select pin to toolbar. And there we have it. Now it's pinned to toolbar. So it's as easy as that, and the same set of options are available for other tools. For example, here if you want to add sweep, then select pin to toolbar, and now the sweep tool will be added on the toolbar as well. Now currently we don't have any kind of shortcut associated with the sweep tool, but if you want to add a shortcut key for your frequently used tools, like in this case sweep tool, then you can do that as well. To add that, just click this three dot icon and select change keyboard shortcut, and now you can assign a shortcut for this. Now to assign the shortcut, all you've got to do is just press that key on your keyboard, and in this case I selected Q, which conflicts with press pull, so I'm going to select W, and now I don't have any kind of conflict. So let's try S, and we have again a conflicting one. That's why I selected Q, but well, you can see that it is again conflicting, so I'm going to just use W for this. So now I'm going to click OK, and we now have a short key W associated with the sweep tool. So to start the sweep, we can from now onwards use the W key. So in this case, I don't want any kind of short key, so I'll select change short key, and I'll select reset to default, and I'll click on OK. You can also start the command just by right clicking in the empty drawing area. So here if I right click here, you'll notice that we have a couple of commands here available for us, and depending on the type of workspace which you have activated, these commands will vary. So if you want to select the sketch command, just go to sketch and look at this. Now the sketch commands are active here. Click this one to get one step back, and now we have once again all of these normal tools that you can start your command with. Also, you can start your command using the shortcut panel. So to activate the shortcut panel, press S, and now this will open the design shortcut panel. Now on this panel, I just have two tools, the extrude and the fillet, but here I have a search box, which is a very powerful feature. Now to search for any command, simply type its name. For example, if I want to search for sweep, I can simply type its name just like this, and it's going to show all the sweep tools. So I have the sweep for solid, surface, and the form. So if you want to select the tool here, just click and the tool will be activated. And if you want to add it permanently on this design shortcut, then go to this arrow and click on it, and it will be added permanently. And from now on, you can just click here to start the command. To get rid of this tool, simply grab it and move it out just like this. Now click outside and the shortcut panel will disappear. And finally, here on the bottom, we have the navigation bar. Now we'll talk about using this navigation bar in the upcoming videos. So that was all about the user interface.